Hey, just wanted to show you how you could create a simple little workflow for lead nurture when they come in and ask a few questions. I'm going to start off by simply clicking the Create Workflow button in your automations. I'm going to start from scratch. And first thing, you just want to title it to make sure you know what you're doing. So we'll call this New Lead Nurture. Okay. And then for the trigger, let's do Opportunity Changed. And we'll add some filters on here. In the pipeline, our lead intake pipeline stage, we'll do the new lead offer qual, save trigger. So what we just told it was that when we move the opportunity to that stage, it's going to trigger something to happen. And now we're going to create the actions that we want to happen. So we're going to send out a text message. So we'll do send SMS. And I have one written over here on my other screen. And we'll make it a little bit more personalized. We'll just say, use the tag for bringing in custom fields, a first name. All right, we can save this and we'll call this SMS1, save. Then we're going to add a wait step. And what the wait step can do, if you change for where it says wait for, instead of a time delay, we're going to do a contact reply. And we're going to tell it that we want it to wait for a reply to the SMS1, and then we'll do a timeout trigger. What this means is we're going to wait for a reply, but after a certain amount of time, we're going to do something. And in our situation, we're just going to do a follow-up message to try to get them to answer our qualifications. So we'll do, let's say, 1 hour. If they don't respond, save that. And then it gives us 2 branches here. You can even name this such as wait 1 hour or response, follow up or continue. It's good to name your actions so that you know what's happening right here. So if contact does reply, then we can write another message. We could say something like this. Save that, do a timeout, and I'm copying another message over here, and we're going to paste it here, and we're going to change the message. All right. Now we're going to do, we got 2 messages, one if they reply, one if it times out after an hour. So we got follow up or continue. Now what we can do is we can copy this, copy all actions, and we can paste it down here. And then it's very easy to start building out our sequence because now we have all this pre-built. We have it titled, it copies everything. We can just swap out the messaging. So if they reply, then we can go down to our last message we want to ask and modify this, something like that. And we might switch this one up a little bit to be like, sometimes I just like to do a simple contact, first name, question mark, save that. Okay. Might even do, let's go up here and do another wait to this first message. We'll do wait 1 day. If they still don't reply, just adding in a little bit more follow-up up here. We'll add another message here. Let's just copy this. All right, so that's just a second follow-up message after a day. Send the first message, couple follow-ups. After the second message, I don't do too many follow-ups because usually if they're replying, they're going to continue. So we'll just finish out here, and then we can simply do another copy all actions. We'll go down this route here, and we're not even going to do follow up here because this is just the closing message. All we're saying that is if they reply to this last question, we can just simply say, thanks, when I'll be in touch. Or you could continue on and say, set up the appointment or anything like that. Obviously, all this can be done with a chatbot as well. Some people like to make these messages exactly how they want and really kind of be more in control of the flow than a chatbot. So this is kind of like recreating a chatbot without it actually being that, more of a manual way. So that pretty much gets it done. We have the trigger, pipeline stage moves. It's going to send out the first message. And if we want to, depending on if we've talked with them, already tried to follow up, maybe we don't want that first message to send right away. Maybe we want to wait a day before we even send the first message. So you could do wait 1 day, save, and then it's going to wait and have a delay before it even sends out the first message. Or you can take this out or change it to an hour or a few minutes, depending on it totally depends on your flow and how fast you want that and how many times you've already tried to reach them before this, or if this is the first attempt, maybe you do want it to send right away. So, but it's a very simple lead nurture sequence, how you can see how this can be built out very quickly. Once they're qualified down here, you could even update the opportunity to have it go to a certain stage if they go through this process completely, or down this one, if they never respond and go through the follow-ups, you could maybe have it go to a stage called unresponsive, or maybe more of a long-term follow-up nurture. So depending on how this goes, you could send them to different places and really dial in all of your different nurture sequences to be connected to one another. So hope that helps. All you're going to want to do is publish this and save it, and then it's live and ready to go.